Hello children, welcome back to our session today. Yes, so here Swami is expelled from school is our topic today. Okay, which is related to Unit 3 reading A reading and that is which is written by R.K. Narayanan. Yes, it is so interesting story children and you will really enjoy it. Okay. Yes, so here one day, actually this is about a school boy. Okay, whose name is Swami. And here let us see the headmaster entered the class. So here the headmaster entered the class with a flushed face, means red anger face, okay, red faced, and he is ominous. Ominous means he is something is going to happen like today, okay. In such a way he entered into the class. Then what happened? Swaminathan wished. So Swaminathan thought, oh my God, today I better shouldn't be there in the class, okay. If I would be if I would be there in the somewhere in another place instead of in classroom, okay. So he feel like that. Why? Because of fear, okay. Because he looked at headmaster, he understood that headmaster is so very angry mood and so red faced and also by looking at him he thought if he were in the other place he would be happy at that time. He thought in that way. The headmaster surveyed. The headmaster came inside and he surveyed means he looked all around the classroom, all okay, few minutes he looked like that. Then afterwards he told the students, are you not feeling ashamed to sit here? Okay. There after what you did yesterday, after what they have done yesterday, are you not feeling ashamed, children? So he was talking to them. Just as a special honor to them, he read out the names of a dozen students. Dozen means 12 students, okay. He read out the names of those students who attended the class on that day. After that, he read out the names of those that had kept away and asked them to stand on their benches. He felt that punishment was not enough and asked them to stand on their desks, okay. So he felt that standing is not enough for them, the punishment. So he made them to stand on the desk. Swaminathan was among them. Swaminathan was also among them and felt humiliated at that eminence. Then they were lectured. So principal have given a lecture. When it was over, they were asked to offer explanations one by one. So after the lecture, okay, then each one have to give their explanations why they were absent. Then one by one started. The first one said that he had an attack of headache. Then principal have asked them, where is the medical certificate? Get the medical certificate. You have to bring the medical certificate, he said, for the first one. Second one said that while he had been coming to school on the previous day, someone has told him that there would be no school. So someone, when he was on the way, somebody told him that there is no school. Then again he returned back to his home. Then any loafer, whatever they say on the way, you will listen to them, was scolded by principal. Okay. So he principal told that you deserve for the punishment, he said. And the third one told that anyway, why did he not come to school and verify? No answer. So there is no answer. The punishment was pronounced. The headmaster replied, the punishment was pronounced 10 days, attendance cancelled, 2 rupees fine and the whole day to be spent on the desk, because the reason was not exact. So he have given a punishment that 10 days attendance will be cancelled and 2 rupees fine, the second one, and the third is whole day he have to spend on the desk, okay. The third one, that is, the third said that he had an attack of headache. Now the third one told that he had an attack of headache again, and the fourth one told that he had an attack of stomachache. The fifth one said that his grandmother died suddenly just when he was starting to school. The headmaster asked him if he could bring a letter from his father. So he had headmaster have asked him a letter from his father. Then he said he did not have father. Then who is his guardian? Then he told his grandmother, you just now told me that grandfather, she died. Again, how come the grandmother will look after So how many grandmothers do a person will have? He asked. Then he told it was another grandmother. With who? Okay. Then what happened? The headmaster asked how many grandmothers a person could have. No answer. Could he bring a letter from his neighbors? Neighbors surrounding people. Can you bring letter from them? Then he said, no sir, I could not. Why? Because none of his neighbors could read or write. Nobody were educated. Everybody is illiterate. Because he lived in a very illiterate part of Ilaman Street. So the area where he stayed, Ilaman Street, all were uneducated, illiterate people, he said. Then, if the death of the grandmother, the boy's neighbors, if the death of the grandmother was a fact. So here what happened, headmaster have sent a teacher to find out whether the death of the grandmother was sure or not. A pause, some perspiration, and then the answer that the neighbors could not possibly know anything about it. Then he told that neighbors don't know that my grandmother is dead, sir. Why? Because my grandmother is died in the village, not here. So that's why nobody will know. Nobody know the news, he said. Then headmaster hit him. Headmaster hit him on the knuckles with a cane. He had hit him on the knuckles. Called him a street dog. You street dog, you told me the lie, and pronounced the punishment 15 days suspension. Okay, the punishment was 15 days suspension. When Swaminathan's turn came, he looked around helplessly. Rajam sat on the third bench in front and resolutely looked away. He was gazing at the blackboard intently. Now, yes, this Swami's turn came now, and he was standing back of a boy, and he can only see the red ears of the boy because his back side. He can see only his head and his 2 ears. Okay, and he was standing helplessly, only gazing at the board like this. He was looking at the board. Okay, and he's not at all understanding what to do. Okay, gazing means looking at, intently means attentively he is looking at the board, that he doesn't know anything. He's very innocent like. But yet the back of his head and the pink ears were visible to Swaminathan. It was an intolerable sight. Swaminathan was in acute suspense lest that head should turn and fix its eye on his. He felt that he would drop from the desk to the floor if that happened. If only that head, before the third bench he was standing and back of him he was standing, if that head will be like that, okay, he can hide and he can sit back of him, he thought. And it happened. The pink ears, 3 benches off, made him incapable of speech. If only somebody would put a blackboard between his eyes and those pink ears. Somebody were there. If it is somebody were there in front of him, that will be nice, he thought. He was deaf to the question that the headmaster was putting him. Finally, headmaster called him, and headmaster was questioning him, but he did not. He kept like he could not hear anything. Like deaf man, he stood there. A rap on his body from the headmaster's cane brought him to himself. Rap came because he kept like very silent, that he couldn't hear anything, like he stood. So headmaster got very angry and he gave a hard rap on his body. And here he was deaf to the question that the headmaster was putting him. A rap on his body from the headmaster's cane brought him to himself. Why did you keep away yesterday? Yesterday why you did not come to school? Asked the headmaster looking up. Swaminathan's first impulse was to protest, means to say that he had never been absent. First he wanted to say that, sir, I was never absent, but he could not say because beside only register is there. How can he say that? They will check the register and they will know the truth. So that is there in his mind, but he did not say outside. But the attendance register was there. No, I was stoned. Again he was calm and quiet. I tried to come, but they took away my cap and burnt it. Many strong men held me down when I tried to come. When a great man is sent to Gaol means jail. I am surprised to see you a slave of the Englishman. Didn't they cut off Dhaka Muslim, that is a word, a scolding word, slaves of slaves. These were some of the disjointed explanations which streamed into his head, and which even at that moment he was discreet enough not to express. Discreet means he was very careful. So in his mind, what were going on? In his mind were, when he was coming on the way, somebody took his cap and they have burnt it, okay, and they have tried to catch him hold of tightly, okay. When a great man is sent to jail, I am surprised. So when he went to jail, there he saw these Englishmen have caught this his headmaster, okay. All these were disjointed, not understood, something clumsy, all the were going on in his mind, but all these he did not say out of mouth, okay. These were going on only in his mind, yeah. And he had wanted to mention a headache. Actually, after all this, he wanted to mention that he is having a headache. But already few they said that they are having headache. Again, if he say also, headmaster will not believe. He thought, yes. The headmaster, won't you open your mouth? Headmaster said, won't you open your mouth? Come on, open your mouth and say. He brought the cane sharply down on Swaminathan's right shoulder. So right shoulder, he bet, okay. Swaminathan kept staring at the headmaster with tearful eyes. Immediately tears started coming out of his tears. Massaging with his left hand and spot where the cane was laid. I will kill you if you keep on staring without answering my question, cried the headmaster. He shouted, I will kill you if you are quiet without answering me. He was warning him. And this was, I could not come, stammered Swaminathan. Okay, he is unable to say because there is no particular reason for him, okay, to say. In that so, asked the headmaster, and turning to a boy said, bring the peon. Then immediate headmaster ordered, bring the peon. Peon means, you know now, who will give registers and all, who will, yeah. So he is called a peon. Swaminathan thought, what is he going to ask the peon to thrash me? Thrash means what here? Beat repeatedly. Why he is asking peon to call? He is going to order peon to beat me? So he was thinking like that. If he does any such thing, I will bite everybody dead, okay. If he do such things now, I will bite him and I will run away, he was thinking in his mind. The peon came now. The headmaster said to him, now say, what do you know about this rascal on the desk? So he asked the peon, now you say about this rascal. What happened actually? What happened exactly? He asked. The peon eyed Swaminathan. The peon looked at Swaminathan with a sinister look, means dangerous look. He looked. Grunted. Grunted means okay, like this, saying the throat, okay. Short, low sound in the throat. And demanded, didn't I see you break the pans? So he said, didn't I see you break the pans? The peon told to Swaminathan. Of the ventilators in my room, added the headmaster with zest. Then headmaster told, of my ventilators in my room, he have broken. So immediately he got more anger, headmaster. Here there was no chance to off escape. Swaminathan kept staring foolishly till he received another whack on the back. Still, Swaminathan did not open his mouth, okay. And there is no chance also because already proof is there. They saw with their eyes that he have broken the ventilators of headmaster's room. Yes. So there is a proof. The headmaster demanded what the boy brigand. Brigand means he is also one of the member of that thief gang. Had to say about it. The brigand had nothing to say. This brigand had nothing to say, he said. It was a fact that he had broken the pans. Why he is not opening his mouth? Because if he is keeping quiet, that means he have done that already. Swami also know that he have done it. Okay. They had seen it already. There was nothing more to it. He had unconsciously become defiant, means openly refusing to accept and did not care to deny the charge. When another whack came on his back, he ejaculated, okay, don't beat me, sir. He got so much anger when one more whack is going to give, okay, by the headmaster. He said, no, sir, don't beat me, sir, he said. So, don't beat me, sir, it pains, he said. He opened his mouth and said. This was an invitation to the headmaster to bring down the cane 4 times again. So, in front of everyone, when the boy shouted at the headmaster, so usually teachers only will get angry, and here in front of all, he have shouted at the headmaster, "Don't beat me, sir." Then usually he will get more anger. Then again 4 times he have given for him wax. Okay. Yes. He said, "Keep standing here on this desk, staring like an idiot, till I announce you dismissal." So till I say to sit. Okay. You have to stand on this desk. Every pore in Swaminathan's body burned with touch of the cane. So every pore, every hole on the skin, okay, it pains wherever, whole body, wherever he bent. It was burning, like burning sensation he is having. He had a sudden flood of courage, like a flood. Courage came to him. The courage that comes of desperation, out of anxiety he got that, and he restrained the tears that were returning. He restrained means he had control, okay, just controlling the tears, okay, and pretending to rush out, jump down. He want to rush out and jump down and grasping his books. So here, holding books tightly in his hand, rushed out muttering. Muttering means shouting. He rushed out, and finally after out of the class, what he said? "I don't care for your dirty school," he said. "I don't want this school. I don't want to study in this dirty school," he said, and he left the school. Okay, and do you remember now what is the title of the story, children? Swami is expelled from school. Okay, he left the school. So that is the story which is written by R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan was born in the month of October 10th, 1906, and died in the year 2001, 13th May. He shortened from Rasipuram Krishna Swami Iyer Narayana Swami was an Indian author whose works of fiction include a series of books about people and their interactions in an imagined town in India called Malgudi. He is credited with bringing Indian literature in English to the rest of the world. Swami and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts, The English Teacher, and The Financial Expert are his popular works. The present extract is from Swami and Friends. The present extract which is taken is from Swami and Friends. And his narratives highlight social context and provide a feel for his characters through everyday life. In a writing career that spanned over 60 years, Narayan received many awards and honors. He received many awards and honors for his writings. And these include the A.C. Benson Medal from the Royal Society of Literature and the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian award. And he was also nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Indian Parliament. He was also nominated to the Rajya Sabha, which is the upper house of the Indian Parliament. So that is about the author, children, that is R.K. Narayan, and I hope you have enjoyed this Swami expelled from school.